Hi, this is BB. Um, the woman who's doing this, the person who's in my head, who's using whatever this voice of God weapon, or if she's a natural psychic, I have no idea. It's like every time I spend money, it's like she's reckoning for how I spend my money. It's like she's reckoning for how I spend my money. I think she might be under the impression that the money I have that I'm earning now is hers. I think she's under the impression that all my assets belong to her and her boyfriend. Now, that kind of raises a question in my head. Are they buying and selling people? Are they using these weapons, technology, whatever, to go in your head, see your assets, how much you're worth? They're selecting people like me who have assets and did not know how much they're worth, but they are trained to know what's going to make money, what's not going to make money. Like if they feel you have something that you may not know about, or you may not know how expensive it really is, or how valuable it is, or how much it's worth, or if you have something you have to that can be monetized or can be used to their advantage or to someone's advantage out there who has the money to pay for it. Now, this is what I'm thinking. It's like they crawl their heads or our heads and they find these things. Could it be that people are actually buying? Like people are actually paying for our identity. They don't need the body. What are they going to do with the body? The body will be just in their way. This is why they want to kill us. What they want are our assets. They want our assets. It's human trafficking. This is called human trafficking. This is not just like your local pimp on the corner with some girls that he's prostituting. This is a different kind of trafficking, but it still comes under the category, I would believe, of human trafficking. So it's a little more complicated, and I think it's a worldwide ring of people. It's a worldwide ring of people, and I believe that the woman who's doing this, she is a part of that ring. She's a part of that ring. Because think about it. They crawl our heads. They see all this stuff. They obviously went to my old home country. They accumulated the stuff. They retrieved the stuff. Because nobody can find it. Nobody can find anything that belongs to me. My mama's papers, ID, passport, everything is missing. Everything from my dad's is missing. Everything from my grandma is missing. And, nobody knows where they are. They just literally disappeared off the map. I can understand if one set is missing, but all of them? And they were in different locations? No, something is wrong. It's either they were stolen from different locations or they all ended up in the same location and they were retrieved from that one location. But just go with me. Think about it. Most of us, my grandma had those stamps for a long time. I think they were worth something, but I didn't know how much. I never really went online and did a check either. I never thought to do that. They're worth millions of dollars. Then you might have something that you don't even know that you have that is worth a lot of money. Or it could be some credentials you have or something of value. And could it be that they're selling people's assets to people? Like let's say the stamps are worth about $20 million, let's just say. They might, instead of they're taking the responsibility of it, they might say, well, they'll sell it to someone for $10 million. So he or she's responsible now for selling the stamps. They're not in that. And they got $10 million. This is how I see it. There's a possibility that they would do that. I don't understand what's happening with the FBI. I really got to say that. I feel sick into my stomach. I really don't understand what's happening. Why are they not finding people? I mean, this is like my first time looking at the law closely in any way, because I always, from a distance, you hear the FBI is involved, CIA, DEA, whatever. I mean, DEA, that's for drugs, right? I don't really know anything much about them. But now that I'm in a situation where I have to look at them to see how much they're doing or not doing, and they're not doing anything. It's hard when you have something that's happening to you and nobody pays attention to you. The moment you open your mouth, they act like you're are either retarded or you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Like you sound like the most incredulous person in the world. Like you sound like the story that you would tell is the most unbelievable story. Like you're definitely retarded, high, drunk, or both. They don't really give us any credence when we start talking, do they? They don't pay attention to us. I cannot believe that they're monitoring, that they have people who are monitoring and they are not aware of all these things. Of course they are. Of course they are. She's now in my head. She wants me to say her name. She's looking for something to sue me with. They're sewers. They like to sue people. They're sewage people. They belong in the sewage, of course. But her mentality, she is ripe for the sewage. She wants me to say her name. She wants me to say her boyfriend's name. She wants me to say her family's name. Anything so she can sue me. Lawsuits, that's what they're looking for. That way they'll get to keep the stamps. No, those are my stamps. They're mine. My grandma still has a brother and sisters alive. Literal kins. So, I don't know. Unless there's something else she wants to sue me for. I don't know. Or she's going to use that as leverage to get me to keep my mouth shut, or a lawsuit. I'll say, again, let me tell you, if you bring anything to me telling me, well, look at this before, I advise you to go straight to the FBI with it. Because I might get the crazy idea you're trying to blackmail me. And believe me, bitch, you're not going to want that. You're not going to want that. Because I might get this little crazy notion you're trying to blackmail me. You want to stir up some shit with me? You have something on me, something I said, something I did, take it to the police, take it to the FBI. Because you're talking about something concrete. You have something that they can. Right now, it's my word that all this is happening. This is why they are aware of this. They have done it in the past, and they have gotten away with it cleanly. I think they have done the ultimate as well. I hate to say this. They had to. Because look how vocal I am right here. And they're still not leaving me alone. They're still not leaving me alone. So think about that. Think of how far they might have gone in the past. And nobody believed them. Nobody believed the victim. Are they still alive? Are they healthy? Who knows? I don't know. But I refuse to believe this is her first go round. There's no way in hell it could be. This cannot be her first go round. She doesn't leave me alone. She doesn't stop. My cat's getting sick. She doesn't stop. I don't know if she comes into my house at night again. I don't know, because the cat has a problem now. If she goes to eat or drink, she keeps, like, she's scared. Now, I don't know. I know they have these whistles, these silent whistles and these calls that they can be messing with her head all the time. Waking her up and have her agitated. Now tell me, I'm a human being. They have some beef with me. They have a beef with my cat as well. Do they have a beef with my cat as well? What did she do to them? What could she have possibly done to them? You know how many pets, people's pets have died in the process? No. But let's look at this. Is a possibility of human trafficking in here. There's a possibility that they're finding people's assets and they're selling. They're selling the people's assets. And the people, well, they have to get rid of them because the people are in the way. The amount of things that happen to me, and they're cold and callous about it. They don't care. They treat me like, this woman treats me, or the things she does to me is like I'm just a piece of meat. That's what the psychic has said. It's like a piece of meat. They thought it was her, but it wasn't her. It was me or somebody else they were doing it to at that time. And then they turned on me. She treats, she like I'm just a piece of meat. Her biggest pet peeve, you know what her biggest pet peeve about me is? Is that I'm still alive. That's like a failure to her, that I'm still alive. She feels like she's failed in her mission. This gives her nightmares that I'm still alive, because she's tried so many ways to kill me, and for some reason it's not taken. It annoys and irks the shit out of her, and I know it. She's angry. She's pissed off because I'm not dead yet. It's not my fault. I told her, take it up with God. He created me. He's the one who strengthens me. She needed to take it up with him. That's all I got to say. But think about it. There might be a human trafficking aspect to all of this.